Hey, it's Jill here. Welcome to the last live for the Celestine prophecy. Wow, right? Quite a journey. We made it. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, but I'm still alive, and here we are. It's not my first time reading the book, so, knew how it was going to end. But, it's definitely always nice to get back into it, have a little refresher, remind me of how to handle myself, remind me of how to handle others, and we can stay connected to some good energy if we choose. We have to choose happiness, we have to choose happiness. So Anita Rain will not be joining us tonight, but if you live in New York or the area in Brooklyn, she has a show coming up. Check out her Instagram for more info on that. On the 31st. But I think Brandon is coming. I'm not sure. I guess I'll wait a minute or two and see. But I hope someone somewhere has gotten some insight from these lives, or from reading the book, or being, encouraged to read the book. Let me pin a comment. Last insight. Celestine prophecy. So, realistically, the timeline in which this book takes place seems to be a couple of weeks. And even reading this book within the 9 weeks, insight by insight, it's hard to implement these things. It's hard to gain a discipline, a common discipline, a common practice. It's not so simple as it sounds in the book, I guess. When you're doing it in real life. We got flaws and alls. Yo. Alright, so I'm about to start. If Brandon comes in, he will come in. Melissa, me and Melissa just had a good chat. Alright, so the last insight, the last chapter, the emerging culture. Father Sanchez and the narrator are traveling to Sebastian's mission to try to do the final push. You jumping in this thing? The final push to convince Sebastian. Yo,
what's goody?
What's poppin'?
Nothing much. How you doing, girl?
Good. You in this thing? I'm about to build a bridge from this insight to our combo.
Okay, yeah, I'm here for it.
All right, let's get it in. Oh, you about to have some different people joining this line.
Oh, is that?
I'm here for it, honey.
Right.
All right, so Father Sanchez and the narrator are deciding they need to go convince Cardinal Sebastian, the top priest head notch against the manuscript, that it's okay to release the manuscript. So as they're traveling, obviously the narrator starts having these intuitive thoughts about where Phil and Dobson are. These are two other people he was looking for on the manuscript with, but they ended up getting separated. Their paths ended up separating. So they're driving towards the mission, but they get a hunch to go in a different direction. So they go to a different direction, and that's when they end up running into Phil and Dobson. And Phil has found a copy of the Ninth Insight. Well, a partial copy. It talks about there's going to be less population on the earth. We're going to tend more to nature, and the trees will be some like 500 years old, because we'll have plots where we'll have trees that we'll harvest for paper and wool, whatever else they make trees out of, or whatever.
I
can't. So it says no exchange of currency, no overindulgence or laziness. And I was sitting outside today thinking about when I worked at Stop and Shop, pre self checkout, right? And I remember I was one of the first people with the idea for self checkout. But people used to come in the store and complain about it taking away jobs, but I would tell them realistically, this job is so easy. You don't need a human to stand here and scan. It's such a repetitive thing. There's other things, honey. There's other things humans can do. We can create other jobs for ourselves and let the robots do the easy jobs. And you just keep some water or magnets or both nearby in case the robots get out of control.
Oh, I was like the magnets.
So it wipes the hard drives and stuff.
Not you being the computer tech girl, wipe the hard drives with the magnets.
We'll receive better intuitions on who and what we are, learn more about energy dynamics, receive messages better, know when to give them, remember everything's in abundance. Okay, so they go to Iquitos. Phil and Dobson are going to head to the ruins. So the narrator and Father Sanchez go talk to Sebastian, and they don't really end up convincing him. He ends up sending
about the prophecy,
about letting the manuscript be, because it's almost like you were saying before, with your dad. Like, he knows how to take the scriptures and interpret them for himself, and then have a discipline that follows that. Whereas Father Sanchez is like, no, you need to get it from the church. You need to have someone who's looking at the information and then deciphering it off to people.
Okay.
So he don't want people to think it's in their own hands, basically.
So Father Sanchez is basically he's the gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's trying, but it's not really working out for him. So he lets them go, I'm pretty sure. And they go towards the Celestine ruins. That's where Will and Julia are, who are two other people that the narrator has spent a lot of time with. But they're one of the earlier people who Ben knew about the insights, who Ben knew the knife was missing, and always had the intuition and intention to go after the knife.
Okay.
So they find part of the knife at the Celestine ruins. These are supposed to be like, a sacred place to where the Mayans and the Incas had set up some society. But the Mayans are the ones who allegedly just kind of disappeared. You heard about that?
No. I've only ever heard about Mayans and volcanoes. That's all I really know.
Okay. You never heard about there's no trace of certain Mayan civilizations? They seem to have just disappeared.
No, I've never heard of this. What's that? That's the thing?
I couldn't really find much on it because the internet has changed these days.
They're all gone, girl.
But it's loosely talking about ascending, whereas if someone exists on such a lower vibration that they can't see you anymore. Pretty much.
Oh, okay. So I'm here for it then. That's what the Celestine prophecies allude to. They're like just.
So allegedly, if you follow all the insights to the T, you do all your messages, all your coincidences, everything. You break through your control dramas. You're able to call out people in their control dramas. Then you have the ability to increase your energy at will to, essentially leaving the physical body.
Right.
But it's the choice to take your physical body with you.
To what, like the fourth dimension or just beyond?
Yeah, it's your choice. Right. It's your choice. You feel me? But that's what it's like. Also with the Atlantis people, there's not a good trace of what they experienced because we're on the third dimension and they were on like the fifth or the sixth.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you really have to be on the fifth or the sixth to even see what they
What
really
they
look
was
like.
given.
Honey. What else?
So they went to go find the ninth part of the ninth prophecy.
Right. So Will and Julie have the ninth.
Hey,
And,
girl. It's the ninth.
and as they're talking about it, they all start getting lighter, basically, and vibrating. And then soldiers come to the ruins, and the narrator starts getting like scared and anxious, and they're trying to tell him, keep your energy field up, stay connected to the energy, but he can't. So he ends up dropping down, and they end up seeing him. But some of the other people basically kind of disappeared. They never caught those people because they kept their energy up and connected. So the narrator ends up going to some kind of prison, but he plays dumb and acts like he doesn't know anything. So they send him back to the United States.
Oh, that's how it ends?
It ends with the right. The end is interesting. It ends with the priest basically telling him, now that all copies of the manuscript are destroyed, you are the only person with the knowledge. You are one of the only people with the knowledge of it. So you have to remember to share and remember and share. But the interesting thing about that is I think about like when you first get started with certain spiritual things, and it's like you do kind of want to tell everybody, but you have to be aware that
that's not ready for everybody to have. Honey, girl. Not for that. Yeah, it's like
and it comes off right. They'll try to lock you up somewhere. But so relative to like trying to stay connected to the source energy, because this is something I've been dealing with. Especially kind of like okay, so I'll just show this picture I just drew.
Oh no. Not the fucking wave picture.
Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense. You would even call something like this a full moon, honey. Get into it.
Okay, forgiving cycles, yeah. We could give a little cyclical.
Yeah, because this is a cycle that everybody kind of exists on, no matter who you are, what your sign is, how much money you got, the love, whatever. Because we're on the third dimension, we all go through a natural thing where, ignore the words, we all go through a natural thing where sometimes we're up and we're happy, but then sometimes we're down and we're sad. But the point is that you always have to kind of have a certain discipline and awareness to know what to do based on where you're at the time. It's almost
so
like
is this the same thing we were talking about with the bowling bumpers?
Yeah, you want to explain that?
So basically when you have like emotional lows, like your spiritual practices and your like disciplinary practices are like bowling bumpers to kind of help you from going into the gutters. And if you don't have those set up when you're at your highs, when you're at your lows, it goes off the rails very quickly. So like, is that we like in terms of like the cyclicalness?
Yeah, so going off the rails might be like overreacting or like overindulging in like physical pleasures, overeating or eating what you know you shouldn't, or behaving in activities that you know that are not good for you at the time. Yeah, but what I guess a question would be, what are some things you might do to keep your bowling bumpers?
You don't want to know about my bowling bumpers, girl. I mean, so honestly, like we've been working on the bowling bumpers together, basically. Like definitely. So like last year was a kind of a low for me. You know, it's a mixed bag, but I definitely ended that on a real low point. So what me and you have been working on was basically putting in practices where like, okay, I'm focused, I'm doing work at a certain amount of time, I'm praying every day, or like I'm trying to, at least light a little candle, do a little card reading or something, and you have to do those every day when you're feeling good. Because when you feel bad, girl, it go. Oh, you know what also helped out? Even though They always say you should work out when you're depressed, and you're like, bitch, I'm depressed. How am I supposed to work out? But it do help. If you do it enough when you're sad, eventually you get happier. So those are like the three: working out, praying, and then doing what gives me personal fulfillment, which is my art. So trying to do that.
Yeah, if you can find that push, it do be hard a lot of days, but some days I'll just start with like, okay, I won't work out, but at least I'll get up and stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Then once I get up and stretch, maybe I don't work out immediately, but maybe an hour later, I'm like, well, I stretched, so let me lift this weight,
Right.
And
Look at it a little bit.
But you feel me? But it's like, even if you try to do like little stepping stones, like I needed to wash my car, right?
Mm.
So I started with like, okay, well, let me vacuum the inside. You feel me? And then I got my oil changed, and I was like, okay, well, now I'll go get the car washed. That's not a good example.
Honestly, I feel you though, because that's the same shit. I was like, okay, I'm working out. So it don't make sense if I'm working out and I'm eating bullshit. So now I gotta cook. Girl, I have so many different types of water in this bitch. I got alkaline water, I got purified water, I got sparkling water.
No, but that's what's up though. That's what you might need to help you keep healthy and drink water instead of waking up and I have got some soda right here. And I feel like drinking soda. I don't want to get up and get water, but it's like, I got all these water choices I just made myself go get.
Right.
Let me go get to this water.
Right.
That and then like with the meditation, it'd be like, I'll just do like 5 minutes. But it never be like 5 minutes.
Oh, to what? To work out when you get up?
No, to meditate. It'll be like 5 minutes. Like, okay, now that I got into this groove and I understand why I'm meditating and what it's helping me with, like just sitting here and giving myself some attention. You feel me?
Mm. How long do you be meditating for? Like on a typical
session, I'll do 15 minutes. Like every day, I wake up and do 15 minutes before I interact with people or get up. But
let me get like you.
I mean, it's honey. The journey to get here is.
You know what the thing is with the meditating? I get so distracted. So the cards I could do meditation.
But I mean, the cards can be your meditation. You feel me? The meditation doesn't have to be sitting, but I don't know. If you look at me from the monotone perspective, you understand I need to be still. You feel me?
Right? Yeah, we're different. Right, you're giving the monotone, I'm giving the spicy. So yeah, different ways of meditate because I need to interact with my shit. So praying.
Right. So something else I want to talk about because we didn't really go much into this the last time. The yin and the yang.
Okay.
Where regardless if you're masculine or feminine, we're all one entity. Where we need to have a good balance of masculine and feminine energy, so we don't go out looking for it in a toxic or unhealthy way. You know what I'm saying?
I can't with you in these drawers, but yes.
You feel me? So speaking from my own perspective, I had someone feeling a good amount of that energy, and I was relying on that, right? But then they don't anymore. So now it's kind of like a void or a gap here, right? See, I know I should have called Krista and I know I should have called Krista and show her just to get her reaction. Okay, so look, you can look for other things to fill this void. You have to rely on yourself and stuff like the meditation and the working out and the sitting in nature. Yeah. I've added some yoga into mine that does help.
Let's fucking
go. Even when I was doing the workouts with you, that was really good too because I wasn't in no type of mood to be doing no type of working out.
We gotta get back on that because honey,
you should.
It's getting a little round in the middle.
And summer's coming, so
right.
Right, for the diagrams. But
don't hype up these diagrams.
Yeah, listen, I can go on. But yeah, you have to remember to not fill that energy with other toxic things and find the healthy things to refill that energy, keep that space. And then the goal is to always be full.
Right.
And when you're full, last one. When you're full, when you're full, right? Don't read the text, guys. when you're full, people add to the outside of your energy, right?
So like to your aura, to your general energy, all that stuff.
Right. But even when it's not there, you're still whole and complete. So you just have add-ons, but you don't want to necessarily. Now, sometimes you have friends, like I was relying on Melissa for a good amount back in, when did we,
We
January?
started like we fake started in August, but we was really going hard like
Oh, it's no
December,
shade.
January. Yeah, we really doing that slow build up.
So, that's how it be though, you feel me? But now I feel like now it's easier to it would be easier to add on to that, because then we started doing like the 2 hour. We never really said what we were really doing, I guess.
Wait, what?
So we have this thing called power hours, where basically every day we would like there.
Yeah. And do our work. Well, so we would call each other, and like for 2 hours or like 1 hour, we would have like sustained focus on whatever we're working on. So if it's like, yo, I need to do my website, that's all we're focusing on, you know? And she does the rapping, so she's the rapping rapper, so she got the little rapping raps. She got, Crystal raps, she does that. And I would do like my art, and it really helped. And then we were also calling each other to work out. But that was
facts.
So like just keeping each other accountable, but also we have kind of like the same goals in terms of like, so we're on the same path, keeping each other accountable to stay on said path. So we were basically acting as each other's bumpers, to go back to the ball metaphor.
Facts. And you know what's funny though, when you talk about the diagrams, I don't have it anymore, but I had a diagram back then that you were actually written into.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had you
in the diagram.
I can't. I had you on the outside
for
the time being.
I don't like this anymore.
For the time being, you feel me? Because it was like, it was good, but it's like, obviously I don't want to, like I said, I didn't want to just swap out the energy, you know. I wanted to try to have it fall on my own. But it definitely helped.
Same, because like after a while I was like, okay, can I do this without Jill? Like, can I actually focus without having Jill here? I was like, yeah, you can. It's gonna take a little bit, but I feel like you have the practice of it. Like your body is used to 2 hours, and then you fall into it. Okay, now I do it without you. We can do it together anytime you want. If you want to get back on it, girl, let me know. But
we.
But we're both capable of doing it without each other at this point.
Yeah, I can probably use maybe like for April or something. We do something, because I could use a good April grind into like the summer, and then hopefully, and then hopefully, I figure out something in April so that I never have to work again for the rest of my life.
Right. That's the energy we love to see.
Now, oh my God, I do this
lapse.
and put my phone. She does.
Oh, wait, so you kind of using the time lapse as your bumper?
Krista, join in.
Yeah, pull up, girl. Jill, you the technology person. You the computer science.
Into your into
the power
hour. She does the time lapse on her phone.
Okay. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, come to the power hour.
Yeah, you can get into the power hour. I trust your energy. Discipline.
What if we gave like a power hour live? We'll talk about that later.
That's basically what I was just saying that to you.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were just giving like I wanted niggas to see like what.
Well, I was gonna start on a
hey.
What's good?
Gang's all here.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I just got out of a therapy.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Wow, I have a lot of questions for you now that you're here. You attend church?
Oh yes, we were discussing this.
I sure do.
Okay, and if you don't feel comfortable answering these questions, you don't have to. But
okay.
Because I understand. But back in college, you weren't going to church as much, right?
No, I was actually going to like a church, like it was a college church group on campus.
Oh, okay. The whole time?
Most of the time, yeah. And I would pull up. I would go to Sundays, and then some of them they were like older, but they worked at New Paltz, but they lived in the village. And like, do you remember Kimberly Roman?
Yes.
Yeah, she was in it too. We would, huh?
No.
Go
ahead.
All right. Well, I don't know what's going on. Anywho, I mean, she and I are not friends either, so I don't know what's happening.
No,
But,
it's girl.
It's a later chat, but
okay, it's an offline situation. Oh, look, my uncle joined.
Hey, uncle.
Okay, so the question is though,
yeah,
based on the discipline of going to church and what happens at church spiritually, do you think it makes people less depressed? Like basically when you have this natural wave that everyone goes through, is it easier to get through this wave when you have that community or discipline of church?
I think it's less about the discipline of church, right? Because like that's like a habit or routine, and you can be in a space but not actually really be there mentally or physically, like spiritually, but be there physically. You know what I'm saying? You're there out of like habit and routine versus like your heart is really there. And I would say I'm not going to speak for the world. I'm going to speak for Krista. For Krista, having communities of fellowship and having like my faith to rely on when I'm having those seasons is really helpful. Like this end of last year into the beginning of this year, your girl was depressed. Your girl was going through, and I think it was shocking to myself, right? Like it felt kind of contradictory. Like, how do I have faith in God, but like I feel like this situation is hopeless. Like that. It feels to me. It felt like a contradiction. But it was really like getting back to my faith foundations and getting back into like communities of fellowship and like my support team, right? So, and that everybody that I love and everybody in my circle is not a Christian, right? So I don't think that fellowship just has to be with other Christians or other people that believe what I believe, but people that like still love me and support me and want to see me be better, right? Like talking to Wilsa on the phone and she was like, yo, you don't sound like you. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
For somebody outside of what I'm dealing with to be like, yo.
Yeah, it's different.
It's shocking to even them. You know what I'm saying? So like pushing myself to like get out and like be around people when I didn't really feel like it was helpful in terms of like getting out of that season. But like also my faith foundation was also helpful, like reading my word, praying, yoga, like getting back, like getting into a habit of moving my body and like making that a practice and not just a routine.
That's facts. Yeah, that's what we talk about too. But like, do you have something where it's like it's really hard? Like those days it's really, really hard. Like I just have to like talk to myself and really like affirm in myself like it's worth it to get up and do this right now.
Yo, I would fight myself to get out of bed to go to work. It was hard every day. Like I'm saying it and I'm like on the tail end of the season, but like smack dab in the middle, whew, every day was hard. Getting out of bed was hard. Going to sleep was hard. Sleeping through the night was hard. Like a lover of sleep, not being able to sleep. That's tough.
Honey,
that's tough. I love a good nap. To not be able, like, it takes a toll on my body. Like we can't really function well without sleep. But then my appetite was gone. I love to cook, but couldn't eat.
This was all due to something specific, or you were just at the low point in the wave?
It was a lot of things. I mean, a lot do with work, like largely work. And just like not managing stress well. And like a lot of things kind of coming together, and it's just like, yo, if this is life, if this is what I gotta deal with every day, this is ghetto. I ain't signed up for this. I'm looking at God like, yo, fam, this can't be what you have for me.
I feel that.
For real, fam. I said, more of this. Another one, like DJ Khaled voice, another one. It just felt like thing after thing after thing, and it's like, yo, I can't catch a break. And all I need is like a minute, and I can't get a second. Like this is I can say, admit, I'm saying it like, oh, it was easy, then that's a lie. Let me clarify. It was hard. It was hard.
Okay, wait, I was thinking about that today, but what if it was so easy? Don't you think that would be boring?
I don't know. I would love it to be really easy. I'm tired
I
of
would love
struggle.
it to be easy. I mean, I think that character can build in like those seasons, right? Like who you choose
I'm
to kind
tired
of
of
show up.
building character, honey.
But
I've got
if I did, like, if I was just born with those character traits and didn't have to develop them, count me in. Count me in. Like, that's not, I realize now that that's not what life is. You know what I'm saying? And I work with kids. So, like, they be like, this is so hard. I can't wait for it. It's just like, news alert. It doesn't get easier. It gets harder. Stay here. Like, where y'all running to? It's ghetto out here. Adults in ghetto. It's ghetto. I'm gonna scream it from the rooftop. It's
not
ghetto.
this. I'm
The
savage.
bills, traffic, communication.
Bruh. Yo, traffic.
But like even just communication with people, like really developing good communication skills with people, like that's hard.
That's very hard.
Hard. Like, and that's a daily function of life, fam. Like as long as we're existing with other people, communication. Like every day.
That's like something I've been struggling with like these past like 2 years. I'm like, how do I like so okay, my thing is that like I'm like a people pleaser. So inherently I'm gonna say the thing that makes you happiest, even if it's an inconvenience to me. And like now I'm at a point where I'm like, I am wildly inconvenienced by myself doing this dumbass shit. So
That's you inconveniencing yourself.
Yeah, like it's like you do so much where you're trying to like hold on to this, hold on to that, not say this. Okay, I'm gonna bend over backward for that, and it's like okay, at a certain point you have to kind of like I have to figure out how to communicate and say like okay, in a respectful way, this is not working for me. This is not function for me as a human, and I love you, but I cannot do this for you because it's gonna kill me.
Come on, boundaries.
And it's hard. That's one of the hardest boundaries. Like, it's hard, girl. It's every day. Every day I gotta be like, okay, is that actually how I feel? Or am I just trying to make sure that you're good? Like
that's
how do you verify how you feel? How do you validate that within yourself?
I try to take a beat. Like, so if you were like, hey girl, I need you to come out to like Yonkers right now. And I need you to help me lift some boxes. I'd be like, yeah, girl. And then I gotta be like, okay, well, give me 2 hours. Let me come back to you and see how I actually feel. Like, am I in the space to do that? Am I doing work right now? Am I even dressed, showered, ready to go for this scenario? Like, and kind of reevaluate. And I can come back to you and be like, you know what? Hey, girl, actually, I'm sorry if you want to do it tomorrow. Or, if you want me to send you bread to help you get a booster man, I've got options, but I can't do that. Like,
that's real.
So that's been like really, really my like trying to figure out how to communicate.
That's real.
Sorry, it's a struggle.
Practicing those boundaries are key. And I feel like that's been me at work, trying to find, develop, and stick to like boundaries at work. And like, I feel like in any other area, I could say no problem. And then shit at work, it's like, it's like, even though I know, like, I always have a choice, right? There's always an option. Like, I love the other end of it, but like remembering that I do have a choice. Like, you could phrase it as it's like a non-negotiable, but at the end of the day, like, it is.
I have to do shit.
It is.
Right.
I quit today. Like,
wait, did you?
I didn't, but I think about it.
I said, girl, what?
That would have been crazy. Look, wait, hold on. I
crazy way to announce this.
Girl, I got the work sweater on right now, fam. I'm not going to show it because I'm talking shit about this job, but
not too much on the job now.
They just don't treat me right. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you do about that? Like, so what do you?
Girl,
like?
I am applying. If you are on here right now on this live and you are looking for an educator, I'm your girl. I train. I work with the young minds. Okay, not the sales pitch, right? Middle school.
Show your resume.
Elevator page.
Find me on LinkedIn. I'm gonna put it in the comments.
Okay.
LinkedIn. I'll put it in my bio. You can see my resume. I've got 10 plus years.
I can't. I got another question for y'all.
Okay.
What do you do to tap into your feminine energy?
So I don't know, because I've been trying to tap into my masculine energy. I feel like I am not masculine enough in this scenario.
Okay, hold on. Krista, do you have a feminine answer? And then we'll do the masculine.
Okay. Yes, I do. I got my energy. I be, like, I've gotten into loungewear and like cute pajamas. Pajamas that make me feel like that bitch in the crib. It's just me and my cat, right? But I be giving fits in the crib. And and yes. Okay. And or just, a good pair of heels and a cute fit. I feel like that's me really tapping into my feminine energy.
Okay.
I dance a lot for my feminine.
Okay.
Like a good dancer. I be teaching myself the TikTok dances.
I tried. I'm not. That's not my strong suit. But if I walk past a mirror or a reflection, I be checking me out. I be looking good. Nobody.
I can't. Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what really gets me in my feminine energy? The nails. The nails. You get the little, and I just got into the okay, they got toenail press-ons. Yo. 5-10 minutes, toes is done, full set. It's amazing.
Nice lingerie, and she's not wrong. Honestly, yeah. I want to do more of that. I don't right now, but yes.
Where you get this lingerie from?
You said what?
Where you get the good lingerie from?
Fenty.
Okay. Where's for the budget girls? Where we getting budget lingerie from?
Yes, girl. Talking about nails, she ain't got press-ons for $2. They got all the designs. Check them out.
Don't say that. Don't get me started up, honey.
But no, I'm with you with the feminine energy, the nails, and if I got my lashes done, you can't tell me I'm not that bitch.
It's no shade.
Cause I wake up like that bitch, like black, like.
Okay.
Ready to go, ready to conquer the day.
All right, masculine energy.
Okay, so I've been getting into wearing menswear. I don't know if that's like, I've always like, I feel like I'm always kind of like personality wise, I'm kind of like an androgynous-y sort of person. And I was like, okay, like I really want to tap into like what it feels to be like just visually more masculine. And I like that a lot. And also just like, I don't know if that's really masculine necessarily, but I have been practicing like, just saying shit with my whole chest, be like, hey, I really feel this type of way. And I think I don't know if is that very masculine? That's just human.
Yeah, by chakra and assertiveness, because the third chakra is masculine allegedly, and the assertiveness and being direct about it, as opposed to sometimes women can be
a little. She fell out?
I think she fell out, but I think she requested back in.
Okay. Yeah, you the tech girl. Wait, what you be doing? You didn't ever answer the question. What you be doing for feminine?
That's what I was thinking about. What do I do to tap into my feminine energy?
Mm-hmm. Not the pregnant pause.
It's the reflective pause.
Right.
Oh wait.
I have on earrings right now, right?
Right. Okay.
I'm stumped. I'm stumped.
So then the question is, do you tap into your feminine energy?
Well, sometimes I like to be intuitive. Right?
I don't know if that's that's kind of like against your will a little bit though. Like you're not just like,
I can't.
I want to be intuitive right now. Like
I don't know, I guess. What do I do to tap in? I guess I should spend more time tapping into my feminine energy.
Oh yeah, we gotta give like a little music day.
Get me some lingerie.
We gotta get Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce gives very much feminine energy, you know?
Her music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have another question. Do you have any tips for feng shui and stuff like that?
Who? Me? Her?
Both of you.
Both of us?
I don't know that much about feng shui. What do I know about feng shui? I don't feel like I'm on this topic.
Based on what I've seen from y'all setting up spaces, y'all
I do what feels good to me. Like, you know, I bought a co-op during a panorama,
right,
and filling it with shit that makes me feel good, and I want my space to really represent me. You know, I have my kind of key words of like how I want to feel in a space and how I want other people to feel in the space, in my space, right?
What are those words?
Welcomed, comfortable, warm,
okay,
colorful.
Nice.
So, you know, it's giving cozy.
You have a color scheme?
I'm going very jewel tones with huh?
You going what?
Jewel tones. So like, oh, you can't tell, but my couch is like this. It's like a turquoise.
Oh, like crystals.
Yeah. Like so, like what? Jewel tones is like emerald,
like
turquoise.
Emeralds.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you know all the plants give the greenery. I love my wood floors. I think it gives a nice neutral base, and I have lots of like woody colors and like rattan. You know, it's like a boho-y kind of vibe going. But more what's the word? It's like boho chic.
Okay.
Boho?
Boho. It's like
bohemian.
A kind word. Bohemian.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't need everything so matchy. I want it to be cohesive but not matchy. You know?
Okay. Yeah. And how do you know what plants to start with?
Whatever I want.
Right.
Who's gonna tell me? They
right.
mine. I'm the plant mom. I'm in charge.
But I mean, like, when you first went to the store, like, you just, like, when you didn't have no plants, like, how did you know, like, you were going to be able to take care of it? Did you pre-research?
Okay, so I think I'm a nurturing person in general. And
you're a Leo, right?
I am a Leo. We're the best.
This is very Leo energy. Excessively Leo energy.
Fix my crime. I did do some research on the plants. And I think it's a little bit about self-awareness too. I found that I like showing my plants love by watering them. So if I get plants that don't like water, them niggas will die. You know, me and succulents, they don't live here very long. You know what I'm saying? The cacti, I gotta put them like up away so I don't think about them too much. And be like, oh yeah, you need water because that's about
time. Bulbs?
Huh?
You ever get the little bulbs, like the watering bulbs?
I don't like those. I like the act of like watering.
Okay, you gotta be in it. You gotta.
That's to me. That's part of my plant mom thing. You know, like I want to be with them. I want to be able to check the soil. I got to put my hand in. You know, fill you out. Check the roots. How we doing? How's your soil? Who needs pruning? You know what I'm saying?
That's what the book talks about.
What book?
Krista?
What book?
The Celestine Prophecy.
Put it in the that's in the.
It is, yeah. So basically, the more attention and time and energy and touching and fiddling around you do with your plants, just the better energy they'll be and grow with and around. And
plants respond to us.
Like
done with plants. And like if you sing to plants and talk to plants, they grow better. You know, so who is it? Tiffany. My colleague Tiffany, she sent me something of like how water like retains like
energy.
It was like so fire to me.
What did she send you?
I gotta find it. I'm gonna go back into my DMs.
Whenever you get something like that, you should send it to me.
You're right. I should. But you should also let me know when you cut off all your locks. I shouldn't find out in a live. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. We're here. I can see them. I can. So what did you do with them?
I burned them fire.
She threw them in a fucking fire. Like,
why?
And they needed to be released and let go of, and not have a thought of attaching them back or dragging the energy around or trying to sell them or something, you know.
Okay, I feel that.
Someone getting them and doing something else with them.
how much you think those go for?
Mine?
Like a full set?
Probably like $1 jillion.
Not a jillion. I'm done with you.
No, but that was 10 years. Yo, it was crazy. I had these crazy cramps when I first got them. Crazy. I couldn't walk. I had to lay down.
Are you lying?
No, and the weird thing is 2 days ago, I sent 2 people pictures of my head, and then I got those same cramps.
Of your head?
Yeah, of my new head.
So wait, are you planning on like wrapping your head? Like, you know how some people wear wraps to like preserve their energy around their hair because that is your crown. Do you ever plan on doing that?
I got a do-rag.
That's a little bonnet. I mean, like when you go out, girl. I mean, unless you give a bonnet outside.
Wait, I have a question. After
I look good in a headband, so I might consider that.
Okay.
But the consistency is not.
Basically. Girl got all the C's in her head, honey. She got the 3C, 4C.
It needs to grow a little more.
Come on, my co-host wants to say hi.
Hey.
Hey, girl. I have a question.
Yes.
This is controversial. As Black women, how do you feel about wearing your bonnet outside the crib?
Oh, honey. Okay, so go ahead, Jill.
So my mom would always say that's ghetto. So I've never done it, basically. I might have worn a do-rag and then thrown a hat on, but yeah, realistically, I would never. But like what I still haven't. Like, if it's one thing, if I know I'm not going to get out the car, then yeah, I'll do it. But I can't really imagine myself going inside of a public place.
I just feel like the energy that you take to wear the bonnet outside, and I guess maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little prudish. I would say that. But I feel like the energy that you take to put the bonnet on, you can't buy you a little turban.
That's what I'm saying.
A little hat. I feel like a bonnet is like when I see people wearing they feety pajamas outside. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I will say, but like if you have the rollers in, then you have to put a bonnet, right? Unless you want to take out the rollers.
Get you a bigger scarf. Or get you one of them soggy hats. They have them little soggy hats. Because there's people with lots and lots of hair. There's things for this. You not looking.
But the rollers is like, that's what I've been thinking about. Because my hair's not long enough for nothing like that. But one day, right? So if I go out, or even if it's like, if you coming straight from the salon, well, I guess, would you go out on rollers?
All right, no. All right. Give a pass if you coming straight from the salon and you had to run an errand before going home. We're giving them a pass. What percentage of women in bonnets do you think have
you wake up that day, like you coming from the crib and you just woke up and
you're just choosing violence to me.
No, you can't. You can't, because the thing is,
it bothers me so deeply. It shouldn't bother me as much as it does. But
like if you want a quick bodega run, cool. But okay, but you could put the bonnet on, then put a scarf over it. Or a soggy hat.
Oh, we're giving a pass. We're giving a pass to the rollers. If you got the rollers happening, we're giving you a pass. Everybody else.
But this is only if you just came from the salon. You can't.
I've worn scarves over my rollers. It's not that hard.
You wore what over your rollers?
I've worn wrap scarves over my rollers.
How big are the rollers? My hair like shoulder length. I mean, my rollers not supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't believe that. That looks good.
It depends on how you do it. But I guess also, too, it depends on how big the rollers are, though. Because I tend to roll my curls pretty tight.
I mean, if you have like longer hair, like my sister has pretty long hair, her rollers is gonna be like, the big ones.
Mm.
But like, and Tanaya said the rollers do need the bonnet or the net. I know, yeah, they hit them with the net, especially like, but
no net. Don't go out with the net.
So now you going out with the net on?
I can't do the net.
And then I don't like it. I don't like it. It bothers me.
But what I will say is, I think I'm a little stush. I'll say that about the bonnet situation, because there's niggas who, remember when we was in Atlanta? We got there, homegirl showed up to the function in the rollers. No bonnet, nothing, just straight rollers, like the foam rollers. I said, nah, that's wild. Like, you're going to the club in the rollers? So like,
yeah, they be casual. They be real casual. But
that's more than casual, honey. Like
with Atlanta too, it's like they might have some event they think is better the next day where they saving. She's coming back. She come back quick.
Right.
But so wait, does that mean Krista does or does not accept?
I guess she was given, like, she'll come back. She'll wear the rollers outside of the beauty supply when she gets her hair done, or like for quick runs, but not like showing up to the function.
But wait, Tanaya, are you talking about bodega or are you talking about like
I'm going to school?
You gotta be talking,
or like clothing shopping, or department stores, pharmacies.
Yes. I like to be presentable if I'm running errands.
You can't do it there. You can go to the bodega, but you can't. So wait, Krista, are you pro bonnet or no?
No bonnet. Yo, me and Lynn is here, right? Lynn is my childhood friend. Nah, you can't be. I mean, my mom, similar to your mom, Jill, that wasn't even like, what are you doing?
Right.
Don't get so up and then go out the house.
Right.
Like, I don't understand it. And then, like, I mean, even if we're gonna say, all right, the quick run, giving that a pass, so we're gonna loop that in with the salon. All right, cool. Why are you at school with your bonnet on? I had class bonnet on, and I gotta talk to you like, yo, what's
not it? Like,
I have to be the one now. Black woman to black woman. I gotta know what's happening. The bonnet.
Yo, I can't.
It gives me I didn't give a fuck energy.
Yeah, I rolled out my bed and walked into this bitch. Like,
minutes to get out the house, or I'm not going nowhere. That's what it tells me. It can't really be like, oh, I showered. You showered with the bonnet
on?
Or did you swap the bonnet off, put the shower cap on, and put the bonnet back on to leave the house? That can't be real life. That can't really be how you're choosing to live. I don't accept it. Somebody on the line. Did you brush your teeth, Lynn? That is wash your booty.
That's the same way. But my dad's like kind of hard ass about that and about sweatpants. Like, he seen me wearing sweatpants and Newports, and he's like, I never want to see you out here in no sweatpants. You gotta wear real pants when you're going outside. So me and the bonnets never really had a chance. Like,
I've heard that sweatpants are the attire of people who have given up. I've heard that. I don't necessarily subscribe to it. I wear.
Wow.
And I think that there are ways to elevate a sweatpants look,
like a nice little suit, a sweatpants suit.
Not even a suit. I'm talking about like like a streetwear fit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can swing it. Yeah. I can see it. Sweatpants look. If we talking about Newports, I was not doing what everybody else was doing. People was walking around barefoot.
Yeah, no, you was you was getting dressed up, heels on 8 a.m.
with my business. Don't do that. Because in my head I went to Howard, so I need to dress the part. You know what I'm saying?
Honey, when I got to Newports and said how people was living, I was like, okay, I gotta do as little I was doing, I gotta do a lot less.
Oh my goodness. You got the Perrier water?
No, this is my distilled water. I was telling Jill, I'm a healthy girl now. For 2022, I've got my alkaline water, I've got my distilled water, I've got my sparkling water. I'm a whole new bitch, for real.
Not a whole new bitch.
A whole new bitch. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to be healthy, but also I have Ray and nephews, so balance.
Okay, another question, and feel free to ignore this and talk about whatever. Do you think that it's okay for people to interpret, this is mostly for Krista, the scriptures on their own, or do you think it's necessary for them to go through like a church or a pastor or a preacher to receive that information?
You know what's so funny is I had a 6-hour, no lie, I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh shit.
A 6-hour conversation with my homegirl Soj and her a fellow that she is dating about this very thing. It was a very interesting conversation. Now, my take on it is that because I have my own mind, right? To read and I don't need a third party to interpret for me, right? Now, you may add to the interpretation, but like there are methods and resources that I can use to study the Bible on my own. And I have access to the Holy Spirit on my own, like me, so like that, and like with 2 or 3 together, that's 2, right there. The Holy Spirit, pull up.
Not the Holy Spirit in me.
So that's what it is. So I have my own Bible studies, like dolo in the mornings. Right now I'm studying Proverbs. I have a Bible that has like study notes in it.
Oh, nice.
So that is really helpful because I be having questions, and I feel like if you read the Bible and you ain't got no questions,
you ain't reading.
Why the bush was burning and didn't burn up? That's the science behind that don't make sense. Somebody got to explain it to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to explain it to me. And there is a component of faith, right? But there is like you should be able to ask questions, and there should be some type of answers, like understanding authors, understanding who it's being written to, understanding the context helps to interpret and apply to my life today. Because if I don't think I got nothing in common with the people in the Bible, then it seems like, oh, this is not for me. But if you see yourself as like, oh, they're people too. They was living life with problems and issues and challenges.
Yeah, my sister just told me about Peter and Judas. Get in.
The Bible is juicy. The
Bible's tea? Like,
it's a good tea.
Looking for a good book. Tell you about the best book I ever had. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I tell you how it is.
I'm weak.
I'm serious though. Nah, like mad people.
Nah, I feel you. It's got some good stuff in it.
Yes,
it's messy.
Yo, it's not fake messy. It's messy. Yo, there was one guy. Dang, I'm blanking on his name, but he got married to the town prostitute because God told him to.
Wait, was there a reason? Why did God tell him to do that?
Jacob.
Nah, not Jacob.
Paul.
No, not Paul.
You just saying names.
Luke.
She just throwing out Bible
Elijah.
James.
No. Because he got a special name. Man, my man is studying that part in the Bible right now. Dang, I can't remember the guy's name.
Wait, but why did God tell him to marry the prostitute? Was there a reason behind that, or you just
because
vibes?
It was demonstrating basically the relationship between God and humans. Like how we'll tell you folks, them folks was what? Listen, they was. I feel like I'm not going to explain it well, but I'm gonna do my best. But it was showing, I think my best enough, right? Is demonstrating.
Right, but I can't.
Huh? You ain't what? Huh?
It's messy.
Honestly, but not everybody though. Everybody was like, "Wait, hold up, where?" Like he told Moses, "Like, all right, fam, get up and go where I tell you to go." And he's like, "Where we going?" He said, "Where I told you to go." How will I know when I get there? Because I'll tell you when you're there. Like, what? Could you imagine? Yo, somebody calling you, be like, "Yo, Melissa, what's up? We out tonight. Where we going? We out tonight."
Depending on the vibe you call me.
If somebody got faith in, I'm with it.
Right.
And that's what it is. That's what all of the stories come down to. Your faith, right? Do you believe that God is who He said He is?
Okay,
right?
So to spin off of faith, how do I word this? So like, when you die, you go to heaven or hell, like in real life? I guess. Like, is it this body and the same perception and these memories?
From my understanding, listen, let's first off say this. I have my faith and my beliefs and my like Christian foundations, right? Mm-hmm. Am I a theologian? Honey, no.
I'm sorry.
A theologist is someone who studies religion.
Yeah.
But you keep a Gemini around.
So you know, my word should not be the end all be all. I'm gonna say that. From my understanding, like we don't take our bodies with us to heaven, right? Or to hell. Like it's that's they here. That's baggage. Like this is like the casing for my spirit.
Oh, spirit, right. The spirit goes to heaven or hell.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's basically what you was talking about with the thing. So I don't know if he was here for the top half of the. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I fucking it up?
Mm-mm. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Go ahead.
When we were talking about when we were just talking about like, cause so the Celestine prophecy. I don't know how much you heard about the previous conversation, but we were talking about that and how I guess basically when you transcend, when you talk about the Mayans, basically we're talking about the Mayans.
Oh yeah. There's a reference.
Yeah, literally, we were just talking about that before you got on, like how certain parts of the Mayans, she was saying that they just fucking disappeared, they vanished, and the belief is that they ascended to wherever, and honey, they left them damn bodies behind, like what I'm saying, and so that's why or you have the option of taking your shit with you, I guess, if you're interested in that sort of thing. Huh?
Wait, you got options?
Do you know about the Mayans, Krista?
Well, like the ancient, like in Mexico, like that's what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I know.
So that's all.
I'm sure I learned more about them in class.
Sometimes there's rumors about them disappearing as like a group, basically. And there's like no traces of things that they left behind, or nothing to show how they all might have died or where they went.
It reminds me of Roanoke. You remember that story?
I don't know what that is. What's that?
So Roanoke was basically in the foundings of America or whatever. There's this village in Virginia called Roanoke, and they had gone to Roanoke. I think it was like maybe a village of people had gone to Roanoke to set up shop. I think right before the winter had hit, and one of the people from that village had gone back to England to do whatever, came back the next month, and everybody was fucking gone. There was no village, no people, nothing to determine where they went. They was just gone. And that's the story of Roanoke, basically. That's a very, very, very brief summary. But
and that's real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
You know that episode of SpongeBob where everybody dipped on him for the day?
The day without SpongeBob or something like that.
They had an annual day. He didn't even know about. That's what it sounded like. Maybe they didn't like.
They say, "Yo, we hate y'all."
And they were like, "All right, everybody, let's be out." Nah, I don't really know, but that's interesting. There's somebody. All right, and I'm bad with names in general, so that's why I got to keep studying my Bible. But there's somebody in the Bible that was taken just straight to heaven. Like he ain't died. He just like whoop. God was like, pull up.
They just snatched him up, like.
And then was he brought back to earth, or
no? Like at the end, like he didn't die.
At the end of the Bible?
No, not at the end of the Bible. It was in it was in the Old Testament, so before the middle.
Okay.
Well,
you saying they brought him back before the middle, or they snatched him up before the middle?
Oh no, he didn't come back. Like that was it. That was the end.
So if you get snatched,
why did God do that?
And he went up in like chariots, like he was.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
All right.
I'm gonna get the scripture.
Razzle dazzle.
The razzle dazzle. I told you the Bible is juicy stories. There's some good stuff in there.
So do you think in this lifetime Do you think you can have the power to just leave your body at will and go to heaven and come back?
No.
Why not?
I just don't think that that's what's
Do
happening.
you think if we didn't go through these waves of depression and weren't dealing with these jobs and having to worry about living situations, it would be easier to then leave our body and access heaven at will?
Because you'd be going up and up and up and up. Is that what you're saying?
Without so much baggage?
I think so.
Well, no, I don't think so.
You can only die to get to heaven, or God has to come invite you.
That's not what I said.
He's like he picking you up from a sleepover, like.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Okay, so what's your ideal best heaven? Like, what's in heaven for you that if you could set up your heaven, what would be something you would put in there?
This feels like such an arbitrary question. I don't know what heaven's gonna look like when I get up there.
I would have like unlimited sweet tea somewhere. You feel me?
I can't.
But you, like, in my from my understanding, I don't have a body, so I'm not going to need like food and drink. But I hear you.
What would you be doing though?
Praising God.
The whole So, but I mean, if that's all it is, then you can just be in heaven all the time, right?
I think that, like, through the Holy Spirit, like, heaven can come to earth.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Right?
But that's essentially what happened to the Mayans. Their heaven became earth in a way that
I think I gotta read the book.
because we weren't
the Mayan book.
Is that the Celestine prophecy or
the Celestine prophecy?
All right, Sophia, you gotta stop yelling at me, fam.
I think it would be good for you to read.
Sounds interesting.
Okay, so then I guess my final questions. So, and I don't know that much about the Bible or Christianity, so please pardon my ignorance if so. But when they put him on the cross, right, and they was nailing him, but he was still alive, right, for some of it. Mm-hmm. So he was able to do that because his spirit was in heaven at the time, but his body was here physically.
Nah, his spirit was here too. He was fully alive. Crucifixion was a technique to kill people. And when it's not from the nailing your hand to the cross, it's like your body weight gravity, right? Your arms is out, right? And you're hanging there, and your feet are also pinned to the cross, right? So now it was like he's pulling, you have to pull your body up to take a breath. Right? There's a movie you should watch. It's called The Case for Christ. Mm-hmm. And basically it's about this guy who, like, he's an atheist that doesn't believe, like, there's no scientific proof that, like, Christ was ever here, that there's no way. And in his research of trying to prove it false, he proves that it was.
That is.
Yeah, let me know about that one.
We'll have a quick
I'll send it to you too. Listen, I'll send you a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you have a list.
Read it, watch it, let me get back to me. But like you basically choke on your own blood. Like you asphyxiate on your own blood in the crucifixion.
So you're saying he was just conscious and here the whole time it was happening?
Yes.
So it was like a mind over matter thing?
It was mind over matter because he was in heaven. Spiritually.
You mean like faithfully, you mean?
His spirit was...
That's not what I said.
Oh, now your word is all, huh?
No. I'm just clarifying that's not what I said. I don't want to
the Christian expert out of the three of us. Huh? I'm not an expert out of the three of us. You are the foremost
knows the Bible best.
I'll accept that.
I know Jesus.
Huh?
I know Jesus.
Not this.
I'm glad you know Jesus.
Alright, is that it? This is going on for a while.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta figure out when we're gonna do this power hour, honey, but this is good.
Jesus loves you, Jill. I'm gonna send you the name of the guy. So Ariel, you're here. Please tell me you remember the Bible study we did with the guy that married the prostitute because God said so. Do you remember his name? I could look it up, but I think
Elijah.
I said Elijah.
You're just saying Bible's names. You said Luke. You said Paul. I'm telling you, I don't think that was their names. Ariel, if you're still here and you remember, give me some.
One of them, right? Okay, while Ariel's waiting, let's do a quick energy boost thing where you say 5 things you're grateful for. Go ahead, Krista.
Come on, gratitude list. I am grateful for my friends, my lovely friends on this call who let me join you guys. I'm grateful for light, having electricity in my crib. I'm grateful for seeing another day today. I'm grateful for the ability to move my body.
Right.
And I am grateful for laughter.
I like that. Melissa?
I'm grateful for my dad. We've been hanging out a lot lately, and he's a cool guy. I'm also grateful for my friends because, honey, I'm holding it down. I'm grateful for my hands. But that's 3. What else am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my family. They're cool too. And I'm grateful that I'm in a good space right now, you know?
Hey now.
Hey.
I'll drink to that.
How about
I'm grateful for money. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful that y'all joined this live and provided copious amounts of energy. I'm grateful for the highs and the lows, honey. And I'm grateful for how many am I at? 4, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm grateful for weed. Did I say that?
No, you didn't.
You put the highs and the lows in one, that's what happened.
And I'm grateful for Chris is falling out again.
Not this, honey.
For the books, whether it's the Bible or the Celestine prophecy, I'm grateful for those that put it in books for us to perceive.
Right.
I say to that.
Right. I say, honey.
So yeah, let's jump off of here so I can re-upload this and.
What, me? I don't know. Do you want me to leave?
Yeah, we're gonna jump off of here, but you want to do the it would have to be a Google thing.
Google Meetup?
Yeah, to pick a time.
Okay. What am I doing tomorrow?
No, we're going on there now to talk about it. We're ending this. Thanks for everyone that tuned into all the Celestine prophecies. This is the final one. Something fun and random and different. You feel me? It's a little long, but we held it down with the good vibes. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, everyone that shared and joined, whether it was today or yesterday, whether it was accidentally on purpose, whether you follow me or not. I love you all. Thanks, Melissa.
Peace,
Krista.
Peace.